It is Car Con Carne back in the car. I'm James Van Ostel outside Haymarket on Randolph in the big city of Chicago in the West Loop. My guest tonight, to my right, if you're watching this on video, if you're watching this on Facebook, if you're watching this on YouTube, my guest is a Soul Train award-winning artist, a member of the new power generation, a vocalist who can change the course of mighty rivers, and a person whose tour will land at space on Tuesday. It's Liv Warfield next to me. Liv, I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
And most importantly, I'm so glad you can eat. You just played Peoria last night.
Yes.
And you haven't eaten all day.
I haven't, so excuse me.
Were you saving up just for this?
Absolutely. I definitely did not eat a thing. I was on the road. It was only 115 miles. Excuse me if I'm counting. But the countdown is here now at Haymarket. Mm-hmm.
So did you just spend all day on 55?
Yeah, I did. I did. I woke up pretty early. I told my mom, she was like, you want some food? She had breakfast this morning, and I was like, no, I'm saving it for this moment, right? I'm so serious, I'm saving it right now.
You were so smart, because here's the thing, Liv. I thought Haymarket would just, set us up with a sandwich or two. They set us up with more food than we can
they did.
reasonably consume.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the Riot, which is that is the pork shoulder.
That's the pork shoulder,
Smoked pork shoulder, Memphis barbecue, a Serrano and pear jardinera. Want me to hold the pretzels?
Oh, please. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, my goodness.
Let's see if we can
let's
zero in on this.
Let's do the slow twirl here.
Oh, that is lovely.
Look at that.
Oh, look, and that's probably the jardinera I just mentioned.
Yes.
Serrano and pear jardinera.
Yes.
Are you a jardinera fan? Do you like spicy?
So I do love spicy. Not too much, but I do really love spicy food. So, yeah.
All right, I'll let you try to. Oh, we've got silverware. If you want to cut that or.
No, let's not do that. Let's just go for it.
All right, so I have. Let's just dive right in.
Yep.
I've got a spicy pepperoni pizza
Ooh.
sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
Which I encourage you to share with me.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll help you out here.
So we got black olives on it.
Yes.
It looks like is it feta or is it goat? It's got to be goat.
I think that's goat. Yeah.
Oh, this looks great.
God.
And I love the thin cracker crust.
Yeah, me too.
I know we're all supposed to like deep dish in Chicago. I love a great thin crust.
I do too. I'm sorry, Chicago, but I do love a thin crust.
I mean, I'll happily eat deep dish. But
yeah. But this
for everyday pizza consumption.
Yeah, 100%. All right.
All right, here we go. We're going to start eating. And we have so much to talk about, Liv Warfield.
Yes, we do.
Look at this pizza. I'm pretty darn hungry too.
There's no shame. Here we go.
In the Midwest, gluttonous eating is celebrated. I hope that's a noise of joy. Liv is literally speechless from food. And true to what they advertise, the spicy pepperoni is really spicy. I may break out in a sweat.
First, okay. The flavor that this is packing, right here, no joke. I'm picky about pork shoulder and stuff like that.
Barbecue stuff?
Yeah, super picky. This, baby, is where it's at.
That makes me happy. That makes me happy to hear. All right, if you're down with spice, I want you to try the pizza too.
Okay.
I can already feel the back of my head and my forehead sweating.
Okay. I should have cut this thing. I'm so sorry.
I'm telling you.
Okay, here we go.
Don't be afraid of silverware.
I hope I'm not smacking.
It's what makes this show great.
Here we go.
If we can't get world-class musicians smacking their food on microphone,
I know.
what's the point?
There's no shame here. Okay, here we go. Let me cut this. You have to just... Let me get it in a side where I haven't even took the bite out. Hold on. So you can understand what I've got going on over here, okay?
The black olives on this spicy pepperoni pizza are a nice touch.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so truthfully, listen, I really don't do a lot of black olives, but we're about to turn the page on that right now.
Me neither.
Okay? All right. Get some of this.
Or a good tapenade, perhaps, but
yeah. Oh, let me
look
get
at
this.
that.
Look at that.
Here, hold it up.
Oh, I'm gonna get the other side. Here we go.
And it's like I knew. I wanted to make sure there was food waiting for you when you got here. I didn't want you to have to get here and place an order. I wanted... Oh, look at that.
Moist. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Here you go. I cut it.
And that's a substantial sandwich. Let's be clear. That's like...
This is really...
They're not playing games.
Yeah, it's really substantial, seriously. No, they're not, like, skimping on the meats. You know, it's enough for the bread. The bun was... I like a shiny bun. And toasted.
I think it's a brioche bun.
This is I think it is brioche.
Looks delicious.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Let me get a slice. I cut you off the side. I cut a little for you. Here you go.
Oh, that's for me?
Yeah, I cut it and made sure that it's good.
I don't want to take your sandwich.
Yeah, come on, it's okay. I'm taking the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oh my God. Okay. Right?
You getting the heat?
Wait for it. It has hit.
Oh, this is good.
Okay.
I like the barbecue. I like the Memphis. I like a kind of vinegary, mustardy.
Yes. It's like tastes a little sweet, but not too much. It's packing some really good flavor, really for real. I feel the heat now.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if you're like me. If you're a barbecue fan, I generally keep my sauce on the side.
Do you?
Well, especially with like ribs.
Okay.
Like I like to dry rub and then add sauce sparingly.
Okay, I get that.
To me, it's easier to add than take off.
That's true. I guess it's, for me, all in the moment sometimes. Some people are really heavy-handed with the sauce.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I do love how everything's getting the brioche bread very soaky.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. I feel what you're saying.
I like the shininess of bread.
So, we're recording this on Sunday night.
Yeah, Sunday. Beautiful Sunday night.
I thought it was going to be terrible. When I woke up this morning, I'm like, oh my God, we're going to record during a driving rainstorm. It's going to be gray and bleak and dreary.
It's beautiful.
It's
downtown.
a lovely night to be.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Everything worked out. But we're recording this on Sunday. 48 hours from now, you'll be on stage at Space in Evanston, which is a really great little room.
Yeah, okay. I've never been inside and I've never played the room, but I've heard a lot about the room, so I'm excited about it. Yeah.
I think it's perfect for you.
Thank you.
It's the right vibe, everything.
You're
going to kill it there.
Bless.
So, you played Peoria last night.
Yes.
By the way, I saw what you posted on social. That venue you played.
Yes.
Was that a restored church? What?
It was actually a restored, it's like a 100-year-old like Mason building.
It looked so, like I had nothing to compare it to in Chicago. I mean,
It's stunning. Like on the outside, I believe they put like a couple million into like renovating the space, and it's absolutely stunning. Like you get in there, crazy sound system, crazy lighting system, but it's also a theater, so they do a lot of plays there. And I don't think that they've had a lot of shows there, so when I had a chance to step inside the building, I was like, in every square inch of that place, it's a lot of history, but it's something really beautiful in that space. It's lovely.
So Peoria's your hometown.
Yes.
How does it feel to come back and do a show like that?
It was really fun. Like I was there 6 years ago for the first time, and here's the thing: keep in mind that people do not know me back home for being a singer. Like I was really more of an athlete. Like, so to come there now, there's some people that are still in shock. Like, okay, where is this coming from? Like, singing stuff. We never saw you do any of that.
Yeah. You played with who?
Yeah. So it kind of takes some people a minute to kind of adjust to not little Olivia, but like, okay, this is Liv, not Olivia, But yeah, it was really great. Like really the greatest homecoming.
Let's talk about the other show you did last week. You were in Paisley Park on Thursday.
Yeah, I was.
On the anniversary of Prince's passing. I don't think we can have a conversation with you and not talk about Prince.
Of course. like I get it. Like he's everything to me, and gave me the space as many as others the space to like. He was just he shared his light and never had to. That's the best way I can put it. Like he believed in the independent artist, and I was there to celebrate my brother, my master teacher, my mentor. I was just there to celebrate him, not mourn him in any way, but just to really celebrate him. And the love was in the building, and that's really all I wanted. Like, I wanted to do a show that if he was sitting in the back, like, he would enjoy. Like, I think that he would have loved, so. Yeah.
Now, I can't imagine the amount of emotions you may have had.
Of course.
Heading into last week and even walking on stage.
Oh.
I'm sure that was deeply emotional.
It was. I think I finally have had time. Before, I didn't have a lot of time to really, like, be okay with it. Mm-hmm. And now I'm not really okay with it. I'm more like just peace. I couldn't hear his voice for a long time, but when I walked inside Paisley Park, this time was calm. This time was different. This time I knew in my mind, trust me now, I was nervous. I'm
sure.
I was nervous. I was just overwhelmed. But when we hit the stage and the lights came on, when I laid those roses down at the very front, I was okay. I was good after that. Yeah.
One of the many, many things about Prince that's worth noting is that sense of community in general. Like
100%.
Prince's fans, the people who support him and brought him up, and
absolutely,
that is a community. That is a tight community.
Yeah. I mean, even like, of course, like the Purple Army and his community, but even like where he's from, his Minneapolis community, that part. Like, I think for him, like, I feel like that really mattered the most in ways that we just were able to continue. What he really wanted was the love for people, for one another. You know what I mean? Like, he wanted everybody to win in every way possible. Whatever your thing is, whatever that is, we gonna be winning around here, And for the Purple Army, the same thing. Love for one another, live for love. Like, the symbolism and everything that he did, there was always signs that we knew. Like, it was a foreshadowing, it was just always thought ahead, like, beyond us.
When I met you, I said, I have to address Prince.
Of course.
I know this interview is about you, but it's hard to separate Prince from your career story.
I get that, yeah.
And I said to you, for those of us who've never met Prince, I mean, there's such mythology. He's such a larger-than-life character. I mean, I think for a lot of us, we just want to know, what was he like? Was he funny? Was he...
all that. Funny, serious, playful, innovative, was serious about his music. Number one, he is music, serious about his music, but when he played hard, he played hard. When we worked hard, we worked hard. That's the thing. Like,
the balance. And,
it's beautiful for me to see, because I think back then when I started out at NPG, I understood, but now I'm understanding more as I've gotten older to kind of like really realize when I was on stage watching him, like, okay, I get it. Like, now in my life, I get it now a little bit. I don't understand it completely, but I am starting to understand. Yeah.
How did you feel after all this time when Welcome to America came out? Was that another wave of emotions? Like,
that was a trip, because not that I didn't forget it, because that moment was so surreal. I was more shocked when it did come out. Like, I was like, oh my God, we did record that. Me and the girls, Shelby J, and Elisa Fiorello, when we were singing that stuff, that was a very important time for him. And I think musically, there was a lot going on in his mind, and I was just really appreciative for just him choosing us to kind of be the vessels of that frequency. You know what I mean? I feel like he trusted us tonally, if people could understand that tonally, what that meant. These are important lyrics. That was an incredible album. People weren't ready for that. I don't think people were ready for that record back then, but now for sure. Yeah.
Well, he was always ahead of.
Oh, of course.
Always
ahead. Yeah.
You think about all the barriers he broke down.
And I think that's what's really, for me personally, the most beautiful and encouraging thing to see, because he was never afraid. Always his authentic self from the beginning. And
that's a lesson we can all learn from.
Absolutely. Like, always his authentic self. And I'm like, baby, I'm trying to find it. He found that. You know what I mean? 11 years old and before then. So, yeah.
So, talking to Liv Warfield, Tuesday night at Space, you're performing.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned that your voice can change the course of mighty rivers. I'm not a sports fan, but I do appreciate the expression "leave it all on the field." I feel like you leave it all on stage when you sing.
I try. I have the stage is my home. The stage is where I absolutely feel the most comfortable with myself and being in my own skin. Mm-hmm. Really, I do, and yeah, I leave it out.
So, and you can hear what Liv sounds like live as you're planning to get your tickets to Space.
Yes.
Live at Cafe Wha is available now.
Yes.
It is a wonderful live testament.
Thank you.
Of what you do on stage.
Thank you.
And even the intro, more things. This is something that announces you're about to see a rock show.
Okay.
This is something that says we're about to get into this.
Oh, yeah. We don't play around.
No.
Just to let you know, like, I think I really try to conserve my energy. I'm probably in the back, get ready to go on, on stage. And I'm like, I don't think I can conserve this. And I also kind of gauge the energy of the room. I can tell when I walk in the room and I can feel it. But the band members that I have, they're insane musicians. That is really the thing that's really important to me, is the energy that they keep. And they hold me up, and I appreciate them for that. But it's a crazy show. It is amazing.
Well, and kind of to your point, one of the things I love about your music, and you could say the same thing about Prince, you don't restrict yourself to one sound. I mean, you really do embrace a breadth of sounds. Yeah, suddenly you listen to live at Cafe Wha, you think, okay, here comes a rock show. But I mean, you go in so many different and interesting directions. Like, it's just your music, but it folds all these different expectations into it. Yeah, it might take a jazzy turn here or a funk turn here or R&B, but it's everything. It's really the breadth of American music.
Blessings. I really appreciate that from you, because people, if you at first heard me in 2006, yes, R&B was very much my stage of performing music and writing. But because of the growth, like, I feel like I wanted to dab into everything, like take everything that I've learned, not even from Prince, but like Nancy Wilson of Heart, and like, even from like my mentors, Linda Hornbuckle. Like, is the heat getting to you?
My nose is running. Sorry, I'm trying. I know we're talking serious stuff here, Liv, but my nose.
Oh no, it's okay. I saw it. I was like, okay, the heat is getting to you.
It is. I'm sweating. I'm trying not to hiccup.
It's okay. People know if it's good food.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to enjoy it.
Actually, bring on the sandwich.
Yeah, let's bring on the sandwich. Yeah, let's do that.
So we're talking about your music and talking about how you've evolved.
Yes.
Sonically. I'll let you carry that theme.
Yes.
As I cut, this is the fried chicken sandwich.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Are you gonna take half of this?
Sure, I'll have some. Let me help you out. There you go. Yeah, I've evolved musically, and it's just, I think, through my experiences, honestly.
Sorry. I did a terrible job of cutting.
No, it's okay. I'll fold. We're gonna make this work, honey. Okay. We're gonna make it work. Okay. I think I've just evolved musically through a lot of my life experiences, but then also trying to incorporate that in some of the stuff that I do, like R&B, the rock and roll side, the rock and soul side, like your Betty Davis's, like pure funk rock. Prince introduced me to a lot of that. Tina Turner's definitely one of my huge inspirations, and Mother's Finest. So all of those things in that gumbo, I like to, it's just a lot of what I like to experience. But I don't know, I just try to go with the flow, really. But I don't like to be put in one box and being like, okay, it's just R&B. That's not. I touch on it. I touch on jazz, of course. It's, Yeah, it's just
and again,
part
this
of
is all
me.
American music.
Absolutely. I mean, it's also ancestral and black music too. It's those things that
you could say all American music comes from ancestral black music.
Absolutely. And so I just, I want to be able to show that and express that in ways, but it's always through love. Like, legit. Like, it is an energy up there when we play, from all musicians down, like real music by real musicians. Prince used to say it, and it's very true. Like, I miss let me have this first. I just miss the energy between people.
Well, on the new EP, the song Crash, they talk about rock. I mean, the guitar seems like such an important instrument.
Yes.
In that particular song.
Very much. My friend first, and not to say my guitar player because he still plays with Sade now, but Ryan Waters is genius. The songs that he writes, the chemistry that him and I both have when we write together, it's amazing. Like, it's just that funk rock, very funk but very rock. Yeah, it's really dope. It's sexy.
It's really dope. And you know, on the R&B tip, Don't Say Much. Kind of swings hard in that direction.
It does.
And there are also some really fantastic tempo changes on that one too. Sorry, I'm talking with food in your mouth.
No. Okay, first, before I respond, spicy. Really, really great. This is really, really good.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
I don't know what the sauce is on this. It's like, I don't know, like a mayonnaise.
It's definitely
spicy
mayonnaise base. Yeah, this is solid. And I love a good pickle to kind of brighten things up. And...
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you'll be able to sleep well tonight. After these shows, after Peoria last night, Paisley Park last week, and this traveling and then eating all this food, you're going to sleep like a baby tonight.
She is. So please, no phone calls till after 1 p.m. tomorrow, okay?
That's right. That seems only fair.
It's only fair.
So again, we can stream right now live at Cafe Wha on all the platforms just to hear what we're talking about. This is, you know, we were talking before we started recording about the benefits of podcasting.
Yeah.
One of the negatives is having to describe music. You can't actually play it. So if you are listening or watching and want to hear, please stream the stuff. It's going to blow your mind. And you mentioned Nancy Wilson. Earlier this week, I shared that version of Barracuda you did with Nuno Betancourt and Taylor. Now, obviously you've earned your seat at the table, Liv, but to be able to belt out Barracuda, with Nancy's blessing,
that right there is crazy. Like, when Nancy and I met, we really clicked. I had a chance to open for them at the Hollywood Bowl. The only thing I wanted was the end of the night, because I was like, okay, where's Ann? I just want to see him. You know, I don't fan out on a lot of people, but I fanned out. And Nancy, I think Ann had left, and Nancy was still there. And I ran up to Nancy, and I was like, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. I have like a rock song that I'm writing. I just want to know what you would think. And she was just as sweet and open, and she's like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like, let's stay connected. And I'm thinking, like, really? And she's like, have your people, call my people, let's just do lunch. And I'm like, I don't have people at the time. Like, I'm like, well, it's just gonna be me. So I sent her an email, and she really, like, bless her, kept with her word, and we met up and had lunch, and we had such a great time. She was like, man, we should write together. And I was like, absolutely, that would be great.
Wait, is this... So did Roadcase Royale literally start that soon? It was that instant? Wow.
It was really cool. And when we started to do the songs, at first when we started Roadcase, I think it was Ben, amazing songwriter. Dan, sorry, his last name escapes me, plays bass. Ryan Waters and Ben. We all sat in a little kumbaya circle in the beginning at rehearsal to see if it was going to work out. Instantly, we were playing like kind of like some Steely Dan stuff, you know.
Sweet.
It was really cool. And then we were like, why are we in this little circle? We instantly got like set up like we were like a live band, like performing audience style, rehearsing. Instant. Like, it was
It just clicked.
It really clicked. And she's beautiful. Nancy is beautiful. And then when she introduced the Heart Tunes, I was like, oh no.
Because you did These Dreams.
These Dreams. That was really dope to do. perform them because we did a couple of shows opening up for Bob Seger. So I was petrified to do some of the petrified. But she's like, no, it's good. And for me, just wanted Heart fans because I know how important those songs are. Just anybody, how important those songs are. And I was like praying to God I could try to do them as best as I could and interpret them the way that I felt like I could. So,
Heart,
so thank you. I appreciate.
Heart just means so much.
So much.
And for women in music,
so much.
They're emblematic of changing the tide.
Yeah, absolutely. And like listening to Anne's voice, going back and like listening, because when I got to work with Nancy, I was even going back in some of their older stuff and like listening to Anne's voice. Like Anne is incredible, insane. Like her vocal range and I was just like, and then you had to tour with that. I was like, that's honest to God, that's really the question. Like, I don't know how many dates, but to have to tour with that voice and to be singing like that night after night after night. And you see, I'm hoarse now from like probably 2 shows. And my God, beautiful. Like really, really beautiful. Really. It's incredible how she, like those times back then in the 70s, like, come on. Oh, they don't have amps like we got now.
Well, and even the song Barracuda, which is about just the evil, slimy record business.
Yep.
Like, I can't imagine, the record business isn't any less slimy per se, but it had to have been really gross for women in the 1970s.
I'm sure.
When Heart was, circa Dreamboat Annie.
I'm sure. These fierce women, Nancy playing guitar and like Anne's voice, like thunder, like you joking and how strong they are. Like still to this day, those women are fierce, like strong, like reverent. You know what I mean? Like it's really powerful to see even now how much they affect. I think they know and hope Nancy knows that the effect of that on women in rock too. How you can just really be out there and set your tone authentically of what you want. That's what honest to God, hanging around Nancy Wilson and just being there, and what I've learned so much from her is like just her energy of like going in a room and being like, no, like this is what I want, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to write, this is what I want to sing. I learned so much of that from her, really, because I had a moment of like insecurity at times of not necessarily not knowing what I want, but just the energy in a room, being okay with what you're writing, not so much as like being so insecure and like not just unsure. That's what the word, not insecure, but unsure, and just going with what yeah.
Timing wise, when you met Nancy, that was, the band started shortly after Prince passed. Was that around the time when you met Nancy? Was it post?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Was it just
Probably.
One of those magical things where you found the right person at the right time in your life to connect with?
Honestly, how could you not think that?
Yeah.
Because for me, that's where the song the song that I have is called Mantra. That was the song I asked Nancy to actually listen to, because at the time, I think Prince heard it a little bit and he was excited about where I was going musically. And he hadn't heard the finished product, but then I had it for maybe like a year or two, and I was like, maybe Nancy, I'm curious what she said. That's really how we connected, because I wanted her just to hear the song, just to give her feedback. And then we just then it just flowed, and it's a blessing because that was such a hard time for me. I didn't know what I wanted to do as an artist anymore. I was just kind of like, I was floating out there.
I was about to use the word adrift.
I was really adrift. But I needed to stay creative. Being a part of the Heart situation, not Heart, that's because I'm not part of Heart, being a part of Road Case Royale and to be able to sing the Heart songs was a saving for me.
I could totally see that.
Like, honest to God, like to sing What About Love and just to have another creative flow, and also for someone just to be there. Like Nancy's I'm telling you, she's so cool. She is so cool. Yeah, really cool.
And here you are with, again, the new EP, the live EP. You are clearly, you are in a groove with your voice moving forward in the future. Now, these songs, these are the live songs.
Yes.
I've got to assume there's a studio strategy for you on the horizon. There's a plan to record studio music.
Yeah. The studio album, I keep pushing it back. But the studio album's coming out next year. I just want it to be right. I don't want to feel rushed. That's all. I just want it to be right. And I think I know when that time will be right. I keep thinking like, oh yeah, this is it. But I keep meeting amazing producers and trying to find my sound, because it's been probably 6-7 years since I recorded. My last album was in 2014. So I've had a lot of life happening then, a lot of story happening then. And I'm very connected to my music, but I also want people to be happy about the body of work. People don't really do body of work anymore, but
we live in an a la carte music culture, don't we?
Absolutely.
Song by song.
Song by song.
But to your point, like I think sequencing an album and having that kind of start to finish vision, while it may be a lost art form, it's still an important one.
I think so still. But I also have to keep in mind, it's a fine dance, I should say, because how long should the song be? You know, the dance is, I want to create just because I want to create, right? But I also want to create to capture people's attention in 2.5 minutes now, right? More so than you're like, okay, 7 minutes, like I can go a whole 7 minutes listening to songs, you know, but now it's different.
Yeah, More Things, I think, on the live EP is 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
You have a couple rounds of 2.5 minutes to get people's attention on that one.
Well, there's the intro, there's the verse, you know what I mean? Like for me, that's what I mean. I love to create the story. I love to create the visual, and I think that's what my band is really good at, is trying to create the mood and the energy of it all. And that's what I feel like when I did the live at Cafe Wha. We didn't know we were recording it that night. We just wanted to capture what the shows felt like. I didn't care if it was right or wrong, because I'm the kind of person who'll get in my head and will not put a thing out, whether it be social media, whatever, if I don't feel that it's perfect. And I shouldn't feel it. Nobody should feel like that, because you feel like sometimes you'll be criticized, but the moment is what matters.
Hey, there's that business cliche that perfect is the enemy of good.
There you go. That's great. Yeah.
You get in your own head, you overthink stuff.
That's it.
You can't get out of your own way.
That's it. 100%. That's me.
You know, one of the things I find so absolutely delightful about you is, I mean, you're self-deprecating. You're very honest and forthright. Is that a Midwest thing? Do you think your Midwestern roots have shaped who you are?
Absolutely. I think the Midwest folk, we work hard, we play hard.
That's all true.
Seriously. And I think it's also matter of fact. You know what I mean? I think we meet the balance of being matter of fact, and I feel like I've been a lot of places, and I think people here are very kind, but also very blunt with it too, you know?
Thinking about your live performances, when you did that round of TV with like Letterman, and I think it was Fallon a while ago, you had a virtual army of horns on stage with you.
Yes. My guys. Yes.
Can we all agree that a good horn section is everything?
The NPG horns, the new power generation horns, they're tough, honey. And I wish that I could glide with them everywhere around the world with them, because they're incredible. But they're all each incredible on their own right. Like, they're all stunning musicians, like insane. But that night, those shows were something about that night. It was something in the air, something special.
It felt magical.
It did. And I don't like to watch playback, but when I saw it and saw how in sync we were, it's kind of quite scary. But really the coolest thing, like I was like, okay, wow. Like, I'm so grateful for them. 100% grateful. Yeah.
Just as you don't like to watch playback.
I don't.
And this goes back to you know, not doing something until it's perfect. Do you hear like every missed note, are you hard on yourself? Like even with the live EP, like Was that a struggle to get that out?
That was. And that was a very much a test trial for me to do. Just put it out and not overthink it. You're overthinking it. Everything is going to be perfect. Like, the essence of you is what should always be.
That's it.
Really?
That's it.
Yeah.
And I think we see that all over the place. Social media, YouTube, just get the content out there.
Get it out. Yeah.
People just want to connect.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be overproduced, over nuanced. Just the you should always pull through.
Yeah, really, 100% you should. It's hard, but should.
All right, now Liv, I know you came here hungry. I know we've had a lot of food. There's still a full pretzel with dipping sauces.
Oh, I see it. Yes.
You want to?
I'm gonna go for it. I'm going for it.
God, I love having you in the car.
I'm going for it. Okay.
You are.
Here we go.
Oh, there's a cheese. Okay, so there's a cheese
sauce.
And it looks like a brown, like a stone ground mustard. Here, let's.
Look at that.
Majestic.
I'm gonna stir that. There we go. Here we go. It does look. Oh yes, soft.
I've got to think, as an appetizer, Haymarket sells a ton of these because it's a brewery.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
If you're there drinking beer all day, like, oh yeah, I'll take the pretzel with the cheese sauce.
Exactly. And it's actually, when I met you inside, it's a really nice vibe inside too.
It is.
It's a really nice vibe. Let me just do that.
Well, this whole stretch, like this whole part of Chicago, the West Loop, this is like Restaurant Row, like Girl in the Goat.
Okay. Au
Cheval, the burger place across the street. This is like where you go to this is date night.
Okay, got you.
Thank you. I'm going to go with cheese because that's what we do in the Midwest, Liv.
Yeah, that cheese is really good. Mm-hmm. It's got a kick too. With a little spice.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I need you to hurry and get me out of the car.
I know. I'm going to sleep well tonight too.
This is this.
I do want to thank Haymarket for their hospitality and you got to keep artists well fed. Because a well-fed artist is a happy artist, and a happy artist delivers a great show Tuesday night at Space. And
that's right.
That's how it all works. It's a
100%
chain reaction.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Liv Warfield.
Yes.
Space Tuesday.
Yes.
Live at Cafe Wha. Available wherever you listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
I love what you do. I can't wait to see you Tuesday night.
Thank you so much.
And I appreciate the fact that you came here to just pig out and be a glutton with me.
I did. No problem. We can do it again. Call me anytime.
You got it. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. That's Liv Warfield. Love and celebrate and enjoy her music.
Thank you.